Mm-mm-mm. You guys ready to see it yet? Anybody really, really paying attention? I hope you are, because you win some, you lose some. So, you are about to witness how much God runs this shit. You are about to see how the good Lord, honey, takes care of all this, takes care of finances, takes care of your protection, takes care of the people coming in to protect and serve and love you. You're about to witness how good God really is. And you're going to see it because you're seeing how evil the devil really is. You're definitely seeing the shadow. You're seeing the dark try. The kingdom of darkness is really trying it. But man, wait. Yo, the devil's definitely fighting for your soul. Definitely. But to witness God fighting for your soul too in a way that is just so much more beautiful. And it's like, oh my God, not one hair on your head will be touched. No harm will come to you. And what does the Bible say? In those days, not one hair, wait, no, how does it go? Oh, okay. In those days, wait, what the fuck is it? No weapon formed against you shall prosper, right? The true ultimate bigger and badder just walked in. Yeah. It's about to get very loud. I'm hearing a showdown. There's about to be so many people exposed for being against you this whole time. This whole time. You thought you had friends? They're enemies, dude. They're freaking frenemies. You thought that they were protecting you in some way. They weren't. They weren't. They were throwing you up Schitt's Creek without a paddle. A lot of these people, especially your family, they would like betray you. They would literally hand you over to the highest bidder. These people, they do not want you to be actually thriving. They don't want you in your emperor, empress status. They don't want you to be abundant. And it is so sad. It is so sad to witness because a lot of you have loved these people for so fucking long. And now what you're forced to do is look at the fact that what did you love? You loved an illusion. You loved a fake. You loved someone that did not love you. And I think that's what the full moon exposed right now, the full moon energy, as well as the Lionsgate portal. You're starting to see that like these people did not love you like you thought they did. They've just like handed you over. It's in the Bible. What is it? Is it Joseph that gets handed over by his brothers? Like he gets sold into slavery. Chosen ones, you have been sold into slavery so many times that it has almost become normal for you. It's almost become so common that you're just like, oh, well, what are you going to do? I don't know. Fight back? What are you going to do? I don't know. Give a fuck about giving a fuck? Is anybody going to do that? Do you get it yet? You're in spiritual war. Do you get it yet, world? Do you get it yet, planet? Spiritual war is here, and a lot of you psychics, you've already won the war because you already know that it's a war. You've already won because you now have your imagination. You now have God. God is your imagination, and you win with God. God fights your battles. So get into your imaginal acts. Get into your imagination, guys. Start living there to win because that's how the money is going to come in. That's how you're going to be met with new people that give a shit about you. That's how you're going to have a fridge full of food. That's how you're going to put diapers on your baby's bum. You're going to have to visualize the stuff before it happens. Same with like anyone who's targeting you or hurting you at work or in your living situation. See them leave. See them just get a new job and they move and like, bye. See you never. See you literally fucking never. Start imagining that. Like, they're not here for long. They're not here. They don't want to be here. They don't like it where you are. They don't like looking at you. They don't like hearing from you. They don't like your voice. right? They don't want to be here. They want to leave. They don't want to be at your job. They want to leave. They want to get a new job. They really, what they'd love is they'd prefer you get a new job and you find a new home. But unfortunately for them, you make the rules. If you don't want to leave that job because you love that job, they can just go suck your big toe. It's not going to be what everybody thinks it's going to be, and that you constantly getting nothing and being pushed into a corner and told, no, you can't have that. No, you're not allowed to be here. No, you can't have this place. You make the rules in your reality, period. You make the rules. Once you live in that energy of already having that thing that you want, if it's a roommate that you don't like, imagine them leaving. Imagine that room being empty. If it's, you want your parents to have a new job, like imagine them coming home and being so excited home from work, right? Just imagine this stuff. That is how you win. Your imagination is God, and you win with God now, okay? The spiritual war is here, guys. It really is. I hate to tell you, I'm sorry. You win some, you lose some. You're seeing right now the ping pong effect of a spiritual war. You see that sometimes the darkness wins, sometimes the light wins, sometimes the darkness wins. It's a battle. It's literally a war, and it is going to be won by you realizing that you have to win every battle. And sometimes you don't. Sometimes you can lose a few. It feels like you can lose a few, but you're the master manifestor. You can't really lose. It can feel like it, but all things are working for the benefit of you. All things, even the annoying things, are working in the benefit of you, for you. You are God. There is no other God outside of you. So even though people are in your reality and they might be bugging the shit out of you and they're doing things you don't like, remember that you are God and you can rewrite the script instantly. You can give that person a brand new meaning in your life. You can change it all. You can say that person is absolutely in love with me. That person wants me. That person is so kind. They're so generous. They're such a protective energy. Instead of feeling so scared all the time, we can actually start doing some real good by imagining and giving people a new script and saying, so-and-so takes care of me. So-and-so ensures I'm safe and provided for. And if it's your friend and like they used to be jealous of you, start assuming a new script for that person. They're so happy that every time I win, they win too. They're so excited. They're always crying tears of joy because I keep winning. Give your person, whoever it is, your SP, your specific person, whoever it is, give them a new meaning. Give them a new script to play, because you are the writer, you're the producer, they're the actor acting it out for you. You're the audience. Give them a new meaning, okay? You're allowed to change all of this on a dime. The second you say so, it's true. The second you change the intention that person has in your reality, it changes instantly. All you have to do is keep holding that belief about them. But do you understand now, guys, that really you're down here in the 3D physical world, but you're a spiritual being having a very beautiful experience in a not so beautiful world sometimes. But you can recreate all of it right now. You can recreate it from this second. The second that something happens unfavorable, revise it, give it a new meaning. Say, of course, this is working in my benefit. Of course, I make the rules. Of course, they like me. Of course. You should be living in the energy of course, that works for me. Of course, it's helping me. Of course, it is. Every single thing that happens to me helps me. Every single thing that ever happens is benefiting me, period. All things work in the favor of goodness. All things work in the favor of God, and you are God, right? So though right now it may look like a spiritual war is here, there's also a million, billion, cajillion timelines where spiritual war isn't here. And I know I just said, yes, spiritual war is here, but that's only because you believe it is. Once you know that there is no war because it's only peace, you've won. You've won. If you are in the timeline of having the thing you want, and you are thinking thoughts aligned with the version of you that has the thing you want, there is no war then anymore, is there? So this is what I like to call transmutation. If you have a bad experience, for me, I just talk my way through it. I just talk and talk and talk and talk until something makes sense. And then after I'm done talking for an hour or two, I feel so much better. And then I'm like, oh, okay, I can manifest anything I want. So sometimes when a lot of energy gets like pummeled your way and just whoosh, you feel it. You feel somebody sent you something. You feel like overwhelmed, inundated with energy that was sent your way. Just take a deep breath. Realize that it is all an illusion. It is an illusion. The spiritual war itself, though it's real, the same way that a lot of evil eye and jealousy and envy is real, it's only real until you say it's not, right? I'm not taking away the validity of it, because that shit is, when you're in it, it feels so real. When you're in the middle of a freaking throwdown and showdown with witches and warlocks and wizards and wannabes, yeah, it feels really, really hella real. But go into that energy in your own mind, in your own imagination, and say, but I run this shit. I run this shit. I'm always safe. I'm always protected. Call your energy back, give it back to you, and realize that you can change it on a dime. The second you imagine a new reality is the second that shit is real. The only thing you have to do is consistently stay in that vibrational alignment. That's all you have to do. That's your only job. Not even the vibrational alignment. You just have to keep thinking thoughts that it's already here. You are already safe. You are already rich. You are already madly in love. You are already married. You already have that new job. You already got that loan, whatever. All you have to do, because it's instant manifestation, the second you imagine something, you get it instantly. Whether or not you can see it physically with your eyeballs is irrelevant. Manifestation is instant. You see it instantly in your imagination. That should give you relief. If you keep seeing that new image over and over and over and over and over and over, the 3D has no choice but to put it right in front of your face. It has no choice. Your dominant thoughts create reality. So what are you thinking about the situation? Are you thinking that you always get shit on by the universe? Are you thinking money is always so hard for me? It never shows up when I need it. What is the dominant thought that you keep thinking about this problem? Think about that today. I challenge you to write it on a piece of paper. The dominant thought that you keep thinking. I mean, be very truthful with yourself. Write down the dominant thought that you keep thinking about this topic. And then I want you to cross it off, and I want you to write the exact opposite. Okay? So if say, for instance, it's money, and you keep saying, I've never seen money come in like I need it, Jenna. Okay? Like I've never seen money come in to save me. Okay? Cross it off and write, money has always flooded my account. Money floods my account the second I need it. I've always had financial security. I've always had money show up every single second of the day. Try to exaggerate what it is you're feeling. Like if you're talking about money, try to talk about how you're a trillionaire and how good it feels to know that you have trillions of dollars. You can buy a private plane if you wanted to right now. Try to flood your imagination with new memories that don't exist. The past doesn't exist and the future doesn't exist. The only moment that exists is the present moment. But you're bringing a memory into the present moment and creating the future. Your subconscious does not know the difference between a memory and a planted thought and a visual that you put there on your own. It has no idea. It just keeps seeing it over and over, and you're about to manifest that. So I highly suggest that you stop visualizing shit that hurts you in some way. And this is coming from a girl who visualized homelessness for nearly 2 years. So I really suggest right now writing down a trouble statement that you have, like the same cyclical thought that happens over and over and over and over and over, and write it down. And then watch yourself cross it out and then write a brand new statement. Try that new statement repeatedly throughout the day. Okay? Try to flood your mind with that. Like, what does Neville Goddard say? Or somebody said it. To worry is a waste of imagination. People who tell me I'm delusional, they say this all the time. They say, oh my God, Jenna, like, shut the fuck up. You're so delusional. You're so delusional. You live in La La Land. You live in Deluluville. Huh? But this is what I would challenge you with. Every single person on the planet lives in Deluluville. If, say, for instance, you had an exam, a test in a week, okay, at school. I happen to use an entire week to affirm and see in my visuals that I'm going to pass that test. Duh, it's inevitable because I'm the GOAT. I'm the greatest of all time. I'm fucking God of my reality. Of course I'm going to win that shit. Of course I'm going to get an A. Easy A. I don't even have to study. Right? But there's so many people who also live in Deluluville, and you will spend the entire fucking week stressing out about the fact that you're going to flunk that test. And you go tell your friends, I'm going to fail. I know it. I'm studying. I'm racking my brain, but I know I'm going to fail. I know I'm going to fail. You're just as delusional as I am. The difference is I use my Delulu as the Salulu. That's the difference between me and you. Okay? So the rest of you who want to be out here talking about how it's schizophrenic or it's so weird to live in your imagination or to be this like weird to be exaggerating things like, of course they all love me. Of course we're married. Of course I got that new job. I have 6 jobs if I want it. Like, what are you doing to benefit yourself using your imagination? Because I'll tell you right now, so many people are plugged into the matrix that they can't even pull their head out of their ass and manifest something new because they keep looking at the 3D physical world and saying, that is reality, and your imagination can't see anything different than that. Congratulations. You have just replaced your imagination with the 3D physical bullshit right in front of your face that you claim to hate. Because most people, I'm telling you right now, and this is what you're seeing a lot of justice. You're seeing the downfall of a lot of people right now. The ones that are so tied into the matrix and they can't get the fuck out, okay? Because they got karma for days, honey. They're so toxic. They're heavy. They're like mentally, and their heart chakra is so heavy and burdened. They can't even escape the matrix long enough to recreate it. But that's not you guys. That's not God's people. That's not the people of love, right? You are God, the higher self, pure eternal source, pure love, okay? You are pure soul. You're Christ consciousness. That is what you are. And so a lot of these people right now that don't get to be getting help, it's because their imagination is being replaced with what they see with their physical eyeballs. But those with eyes to see and ears to hear, you're able to see other things. This is how you're going to escape. This is how you are right now being raptured, especially through the Lionsgate portal. I say the word rapture, and I take that shit seriously. You're being beamed up, honey. You're getting the fuck out of Dodge. All right. A lot of you right now are just like, I can't stand what's on the planet. I can't stand the heaviness of the earth right now. That's not even my home. I don't belong to that. That's not my reality. Of course it's not. Of course it's not. You consistently, for those of you who watch me and especially my clients, you consistently day in, day out, choose the better thought. You're constantly choosing, I always get my way. I always land on my feet. Everything is so easy for me. And you have affirmed billions of times, it feels. So congratulations, honey. The reality that you are going to feels a hell of a lot better than the one you used to be in. So you're witnessing a lot of people right now, the downfall of the matrix, the downfall of those who live in the matrix. You're not really collapsing the matrix. You're just ruling over it. You're not destroying it. You're ruling it. Okay? You're just consciously choosing what happens in your matrix. And that's the first for a lot of us. A lot of us used to be so unconscious as creators and manifestors that we didn't know how to build an empire and keep it. So one thing I told my client today, the coolest thing for the Divine Feminine Collective especially, what you're going to notice is the ability for your psychic gifts to be so enhanced that you can actually see ahead of time what your next step is. Like, it won't be so challenging anymore for you to assume that your next step is going to be the best step. When we were at a lower vibration and we were under the veil of consciousness, we couldn't exactly predict our next move. So yeah, sometimes we'd get completely chewed up and spit out. Sometimes we'd make stupid, dumb decisions. But especially for the Divine Feminines right now, I want you guys to affirm, I always make the right decisions. I'm the best at anything I do. I always do the right thing. And it's guaranteed. It's inevitable. My win is inevitable, period. Baby, it's already yours. It's already yours. What is it you want? It's already yours. The problem is not digging through 10 years of therapy to find out why the fuck you're afraid of money. That's not the fucking issue. The issue is your thoughts don't stay aligned consistently on I'm already a trillionaire. If you would just keep your thoughts aligned with, of course I make amazing money. I find billions of dollars a day. Everyone's handing me money. I find money on the sidewalk. If your thoughts were aligned with that, you wouldn't need to go sit your ass for 10 years in therapy. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with therapy. As a girl who spent 10 years in it, it's quite beneficial. But I'm saying you don't have to go digging for all of your problems, all of your shadow work, all of your blockages. You don't have to dig for that. In fact, what you'll find is those problems naturally come to the surface for you to just purge one last time. Like, if it's money issues that you're having, if you just keep affirming, I have so much money, I have so much, whatever the resistance is naturally dissipates. It naturally disappears. You'll just cry, punch your steering wheel, scream into a pillow. You'll cry about how you've been poor your whole life, and then boom, you'll get your manifestation. That's how it works normally for me anyway. It's like, because I'm 36 years old, and my whole life, my whole fucking life, I've never had money. Not like good money, like stable income, being able to buy whatever I want, whenever I want, go wherever I want, like that kind of thing, to where I can just genuinely help people with it financially. I've never had that yet. It's coming in, but I've never had that stability yet. So I had to feel what that feels like stable wise. I have to go into my own financial security in my imagination long before it shows up out here. You have to feel abundant before you look abundant. Your bank account is not going to reflect abundance until you start imagining that you already are that. You just have to associate with being abundant. So shifting into that timeline in your head, saying things like, of course I have so much money. I can buy whatever I want. I can literally go anywhere I want. I love the money I have. Being in that timeline more often than not, being in that predominant thought pattern is going to naturally bring to the surface all blockages and resistance that you have to money. It's naturally going to come to the surface, and you're going to purge it. And it's just going to be bleh, word vomit. It's just going to be you crying to your mom or punching a steering wheel and be like, I fucking hate that. Yeah, whatever. Let your ego go through a little bit of a crybaby fest. Okay. Reacting with emotions does not change your manifestation in the slightest. In the slightest. If you have an emotional reaction, get right back into it. You can have an emotional outburst and cry over the fact that there's trapped emotion in your body. You can cry for hours and still mentally know that that thing is yours, and it's guaranteed. There's nothing going to stop you from that. The only one that can stop you from getting your manifestation is your own shit thoughts. Consistently staying in the old timeline of, I wish it would happen. I wish it would happen. Thinking of what you want instead of thinking from what you want. What you already want is yours, guaranteed. Period. It's yours.
What's the Wi-Fi?
I don't know. There's a piece of paper up there.
Okay.
Yeah, it's got it. It's got
I
it.
have no service.
Oh, okay. Nice boots. Yeah, it's up there on the piece of paper.
In the room or?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
So,
I'm James, by the way.
James?
Yes, ma'am.
Nice to meet you. I'm Jenna. Hello.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah. Have a good one.
Easy.
So, but all you have to do is remember and consistently, because that's what most people think, is they think like, okay, so I'm going to spend 10 years trying to figure out every fucking blockage I have about why I'm not married to my person. The hell? No. You keep thinking thoughts aligned with, I already am married, and then you just watch the old timeline dissipate and disappear. That is all that has to happen. You don't have to go through a fucking journal entry talking about every past ex-boyfriend from hell. Okay? You don't need to do that, honey. You just need to keep thinking thoughts from the version of you that has it. This is one exercise I like to tell my clients. I like to try to I pull my consciousness up out of my body, and then I go into a neighboring parallel dimension, and I freaking watch that version of Jenna that has everything. What is she thinking? What is she eating? What is she talking about? What kind of friends does she have? What kind of thing did she do today? I like to just bloop, bloop, go over here, and I spy on her, and I watch her life. And then if I look, and I'm like, wow, okay, so her man is hella sexy, and she has this in her fridge, and she eats quinoa because she's fancy like that, and she does all this cool shit, right? And then I just bloop, bring my consciousness back over here, and then I write down the things that I loved about that version, and I think thoughts from her, think thoughts as her. That's how I eventually become her. I become that new version. I steal her identity. I'm stealing my own identity. That's what you're doing. You have to be the girl, be the man, whatever, before you are it. Before you see it in the 3D, you have to be it up here. Are you thinking thoughts aligned with I'm already a millionaire? No, you're thinking I am so scared, I have rent due. I have no money, I have this, I have that, the car problems. No, you're not thinking thoughts from the timeline of you already have it fixed. It's the same when you lose something. You keep saying it's lost, it's lost, it's lost. So the universe has no choice but to keep your consciousness in the reality where you do not have your thing. Whereas if instead you just said, oh, okay, well, I can't believe I fucking found it. It was so easy to find. And you visualize it in your hand, or you hear yourself talking on the phone to your friend about how you found it. That would indicate to your subconscious that you already have that thing. And you're suddenly out of the alignment of having lost it. That's it. End of story, period. That's it. It is that easy. It is that easy. I one time saw this like phone charger. I had to go buy one on eBay because it was like one of those special ones that you can't just find everywhere. I went to even Walmart and they were like, no, we don't have that. I was like, the fuck are you talking about? Because I was in the timeline of having lost my phone charger. So, actually, wait, no. That was not my phone charger. That was a different kind of charger. I remember now. That was so fun. I went to Walmart and I was telling the guy, I was like, yeah, I need this special charger. And he was like, for what? I was like, that's none of your business. Can you please tell me? It's this. And then he was like, okay. So anyway, I was in the timeline of not being able to find my charger. So I went on eBay, ordered this special part, and then I swear to you, like 3 months later, girl, my old charger showed up in my car, just laying right there on the console. On top. Like it had just been set like this. Like just right there on top. Because I wasn't in the state of need. I'd already been in the energy of having that charger, so there was no need. There was no stress. I wasn't in the idea and in the thought process of, I lost my thing. So the universe had no choice but to put it back there. You really can't lose anything. You don't lose anything. Period. I don't care what it is. I don't care if it's a wedding ring. I don't care if it's a friend. I don't care. I don't give a shit. You do not lose anything. Creation is finished, and creation is always abundant. There's always so much. So all you have to do is get into the timeline and the reality of that thing is already here. I'm already them right now, not in 10 years, not in 30 pounds, not in like after I get a college degree. No, I'm already there now. I'm already that now. Embody that state of you that already is that thing now, okay? Anyway, so yeah, that's all we have today, guys. I think that's all I'm gonna talk about. Happy Sunday, Banks. Oh, I remember you. Hello, thank you for being here, my love. Amethyst, please make my illness go away. Why are you talking about your illness? Why don't you talk about how amazing you feel? How much energy? You wake up every single day and you have so much freaking energy. Okay. This sounds like the advice that billionaires give where they are like, if you think money and you'll be rich. Right. And notice that you said that billionaires give. Right. Why would they give it? Because they have an abundance of it to give, including advice, money, whatever, good vibes, health. That's exactly it. Sounds like the advice that billionaires give. Yeah. Who else could give it? But someone who knows and has more than enough to give and to share with you, you see? It's not like you would say, that sounds like the advice someone on a park bench would say. No, because they don't live in the idea of abundance to give it away in the first place. Billionaires become billionaires assumed they were billionaires first. They felt like they were billionaires first. Okay? And some of them, yes, might have been born into it. Sure, they were born into wealth, but you can't tell me that a billionaire just starts thinking negatively about money. Like Kim Kardashian would never wake up one day and just be like, I hate being poor. ever. She would never, because she has trained her belief system. She has trained her mind to believe that all she has is abundance all the time, no matter what. I saw this one interview one time. Somebody was a billionaire, literally a billionaire, was being interviewed by this kid, and the kid was like, "Sir, what would happen? Just hypothetical, but like, what would happen if one day you lost your entire enterprise, like all your abundance, your billions just disappeared? What would happen?" And he goes, I would just do it again. I would just be a billionaire again." And he's like, "Wait, why?" And he's like, "Because I associate with being a billionaire. That's it. That's literally it. I would just be rebuilding my empire, because you can't really take that from me. You can't take it. Once you've established it in your brain, once you've established it in your consciousness, you can't take that. There's literally nothing that can be taken like that. It can't be stolen, you know?" Happy Sunday. Oh, you too, sweetheart. Thank you. Yes. How old? I'm 36. I'm 36 years young. Thank you. But yeah, that's all I wanted to say. So it's easy as finding this right here. I found my charger just there laying on the console, and I was like, oh, it's so fucking easy. I get it. You're not in the energy of already having the money or your phone charger or your lost wedding ring. You have to get in that energy of, oh my God, I found it. Wow, that was so easy to find. Oh my God, I can't believe I even freaked out about it. Like, duh, of course it's here. It's mine. And you can't lose anything in this reality, even a person. I manifested my twin flame that died in prison. He killed himself in prison like 4 years ago. I manifested him again, even the same name, down to the same name. He has the nickname of my ex-boyfriend. Guitarist, looks identical to him, because my unconscious already knew everything I loved about my ex. And so I recreated him. I manifested a better version, 2.0. I can't even lose love. I can't lose shit. I don't lose shit. I only gain. I always have more. That is all. And this is what changed. This is what has allowed me to survive through some really, really, really heinous shit. I always think of the best case scenario. I don't allow myself to entertain lower thoughts. Not anymore. I used to. And so my 3D reality showed me the shit that could happen if you do that. But anyway, I loved myself. I started believing that I deserved better. And so I can't lose anything. Not even my soulmate. Especially not my soul. Especially not love. Especially not him. Hell no. That man's obsessed with me. Addicted to me. He was even addicted to me on the other side, girl. That man was so about me. Still is. Hey, girl, he is still so into me. Anyway, so I manifested the man that took his life. Sadly, he was in prison. He was a troubled soul back in the day. And I was told by my spirit guides that he'd be coming back, and I believed it. As a psychic medium, I wouldn't even be able to take funds from people ethically and morally if I didn't believe that souls go on forever and ever and ever and ever. So of course I believed that he could come back. Of course I fucking did. He was here the first time. Why couldn't he show up a second time? It's not that difficult. Anybody can do it. So anyway, I believed that I am that entitled. I believed that I am that spoiled. I believed that I am deserving of even that kind of love story, and I'm not going to fucking settle. And so now my man absolutely knows that that was his past life. 100% knows that that was him. We talk about it all the time. He knows multiple past lives that he had with me. You have to believe that you are worthy of all of this. There is not one thing that keeps you unworthy. I know you might have had a shit life. I know that things might have happened. I know that you might have even done some things you're not proud of. But you have to know innately, at a core level, you have to know that you are so worthy of the best in life. The fucking best things in life you are owed. You are deserving of. You are worthy of. Just right now, just because you breathe oxygen. Forgive yourself. Forgive whatever the fuck went on. For fuck's sake, forgive yourself. And just experience heaven. Go within into your own imagination and experience heaven on earth right now. Experience the best right now, and then witness your 3D conform. There is no other choice. It has to. It's spiritual law. It has to. So I would go into my imagination, and I would constantly see my man all the time. And I remember even a couple times on my live streams, I would just be like, oh, isn't he so cute? Isn't he so, and I would just do this like little thing where I was like playing with his beard, his scruffy beard. And I'd be like, isn't he so cute, guys? And so many people call me schizophrenic. They were like, girl, you freaking talking about your imaginary boyfriend? Yes. Yes, I am. But anyway, one day he was in the hospital and he told me the story when I met him. It was so cute. He told me that he's like, one day I was like doped up on something and I don't know, I was like on an IV or something. And it was like morphine or some shit. And he's like, they brought in his food in the hospital and was like so surprised when he was feeding me invisibly right next to me. He would like take his spoon and just be like, here, babe. like listen, he was already invisibly seeing me as well. He was seeing me in the imagination as well. We were both doing that at the same time. I was seeing him and he was seeing me. And so everything is possible. Why not? Who's going to tell you otherwise? Who's going to tell you, God of your reality, that this shit ain't real? I'm the most open-minded motherfucker you'll ever meet in your entire life. I've manifested a man back from the dead. Baby girl, I could do anything. Period. Literally anything. There are zero limitations. I believe in zero. Girl, if I wanted to be a motherfucking mermaid tomorrow, I'd grow scales overnight. Do you understand me? You can have literally anything. Literally anything. Anything you can conceive of is already real. Where did it come from, if not your higher self? Where did it come from? Where did your desire come from? It came from your higher self. It came from you as God. You are it. The entire reason you want that thing is because it is already real, Boo Bear. It is already real. That's why you have that desire. You've already paid your rent. That's why you crave the feeling of paying your rent. You already have that job. That's why you keep trying to manifest it. So just assume that you already have that thing. Think thoughts from that reality. Think thoughts from, not about or not of. Don't think thoughts of that reality. Think thoughts from that reality. There's a big difference. I don't know how to explain the difference, but you'll just feel it. You can feel that there's a difference. Thinking of abundance is like, must be nice. Oh, I bet that would be so cool. Like, what could I do with the money? And that's like thinking of money. But thinking from is like, damn, I'm so good. I always know where to spend it. It always multiplies. Every time I spend it, it comes back 1,000-fold. It's like crazy how much money comes. Thinking of and thinking from are two different things. So I challenge you guys today to write down a problem area you're having. Write down your dominant thoughts about that topic. And then cross it out and rewrite it and give it a brand new script. Okay, same with money, especially with money, because a lot of people are asking about money right now. Money is just an energy. Money is fucking obsessed with you. Money is loving you. Money wants to smell your dirty panties. Okay, money is literally obsessed with you. Okay, money wants to jump out of every single person's wallet and into your bank account. That is, money thinks you are so sexy. Money wants to be your sugar daddy, honey. Money wants to take care of you. Money is so in love with you. But you cannot attract more of it while being afraid of it. You can't attract more wealth while being scared of the energy of money. And a lot of us, we had this fear of money because of our families. People would fight over money, or we would always, anytime you'd hear money, you'd naturally get a negative feeling about it. So give money a new meaning. Give a new intention to your money, right? What do you intend for it now? When you have money, what do you intend to do with it? What do you, and enough with this like super like fucking, oh, I'm so nice, I'm gonna go give everything I've got away to this charity. Okay, I don't care. Great, that's lovely. I don't give a fuck. So many people are like, oh, but I have to do this with my money, and I have to give to that, and I have to give to this cost. You don't have to do anything. You're allowed to just receive and not have a list of charities that you need to go give to. Listen. Serious. This pisses me off so bad when people are like, okay, but like, I'll do such good things with it. Okay, good. That is lovely. And I love that you're a good person. But like, let's stop making that a requirement to have billions of dollars. No fucking facts. Let's stop. Because it pisses me off so bad that people with gentle, kind hearts, I'm talking empathic people on the planet, are like, oh my God, okay, so I'm gonna have money for myself finally, but then I'm gonna go give it to like everybody in my family. I'm gonna give it to this person in that college, and then like this thing, and you're not even understanding the receiving energy of divine femininity. Like you're allowed to just have it, you know. You're allowed to just keep it. You know you're allowed to spoil yourself, right? I don't know. Does anybody get that? You don't have to give to receive. You do not. You do not. In fact, most of you that watch me, the first half of your entire life, you've just been giving, 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 giving. In fact, in order to even have balance of the scales, justice and karma, you actually need to stop giving so damn much. Yeah, I'm looking at you. Stop giving so damn much. My God, have a fucking seat. I gotta give to this. But Jenna, like, I want all this money and then I'll give to that. I promise. And I'll give to this and I'll pay it forward and I'll do this. Okay, lovely. I love it. Aren't you so sweet? But stop thinking that's a requirement to receive. You receive because you literally breathe oxygen. You just existing in whatever this is reason enough to be abundant. Not because, oh, I promise I'll give to this company and I promise I'll give to that charity and I promise I'll give to this homeless person. I promise. I mean, I love that you're a great person. That's so sweet. But stop making that your prerequisite to receive. Because so many of you, like, that might even be why your higher self holds it back so long. Because it's like, God, could you just spoil yourself for once? Jesus. Could you just give it to your damn self? Thank you. So many people plan out giving to every Tom, Dick, and Harry you know, and it's like, girl, you don't even know Uncle George. He shows up at your doorstep conveniently after you win the lottery. You don't even know that dude. Oh, but like, I'm okay. I'll give you like 5 mil. Okay, because I won the lottery and I'll give you. Come on, guys. There's no prerequisite. You just receive. That's fine, thank you. No, I'll take it. Mine. Mine. All it's mine. Mine. Money loves me. Money loves me. If I love you enough to give you a couple bucks, you should, great. Congratulations. You're that important in my reality. If not, I don't care. Bye. And next. So many empaths that are my clients, empathic. But you guys, you have to realize you've become doormats. You're so okay with just giving before you even receive more. Like, gosh, girl, stop doing that. Stop doing that. It's a real joke. It really is. I'm gonna give, and then you end up with nothing, and you wonder why. Guys, boundaries are really crucial right now. Like, Lord Jesus, please have something for yourself, girl. Please. Anyway, after this Lionsgate portal we just went through, you guys have no idea how good it's gonna get. Oh my God, the way the divine feminines are about to start getting blessed, it's insane. It's insane. It's insane. The things that I've been channeling. Oh my gosh, girl, it's gonna be so delicious. Hope you're ready for it. So my challenge to you today is write down in whatever trouble area you're having when you manifest, write down that one sentence, the main one that you keep thinking over and over again that's utter bullshit that you want to change. My suggestion is write down that one sentence, the dominant thought that you keep thinking that is aligned with the version of you that you don't want to be anymore. Write it down and then cross it out and then rewrite a new script. If it's for money, you could write something like, I've never had money take care of me before. Rewrite a brand new statement that you're going to repeat to yourself all week. One affirmation. It's all you need. Money literally always saves the day. Money is the best. Money wants to be my sugar daddy. Money is my hero. Money always comes through for me. Money is excited to take care of me. That's it, guys. That's it. Literally change this shit. Change the way you talk about money. Change the way you talk to money. Give it a personality. Make money a person. Give it an energy. Okay. You're not going to attract more of it by being afraid of it. So stop thinking money is scary. Money is not scary. It's the easiest thing in the world to manifest. And it's you're always good with it. You're always good with it. It always multiplies. You're always making the best decisions. You always give it to the right people. Things always go through for you. You're always getting approved. You're always transactions are so easy. You're always getting discounts. Money grows on trees. Girl, rewrite the fucking script, especially when it comes to money. Rewrite that shit, okay? Anyway, money can lead to evil. Go fuck yourself with that bullshit. Get the fuck off my channel. Because you have just literally done the exact opposite of what I just told you to do. Way to make money your God. Way to make money your fear today. Yeah, yo, you're not going to put that shit on my channel and my live stream with all these beautiful people watching me who want to manifest more money. Honey, go on with your limitations somewhere else. Money can lead to evil and destruction. Yeah, so can anything. So can this banana if I wanted to throw it at your face. Is the banana bad? No, but you keep fucking making it bad, huh? Get out of here. Get out of here with that limitation. We're not listening to it. Go somewhere, sweetheart. Go somewhere. If the first thing you think when I mention money is it's evil, don't bitch and moan to me about why you have zero in your bank account, period. Period, period. And why nobody wants to listen to your ass. All right, have a good day. Goodbye. No, I